How does a country go from unity to complete collapse in only a few years? Yugoslavia was once a strong federation of different ethnic groups, but by the 1990s, it had completely fallen apart into a series of wars. So what went wrong? Was its collapse inevitable? In this video, I'll be discussing the rise and fall of Yugoslavia and trying to determine what actually went wrong. Our story begins in 1918, at the end of World War I. The Austro-Hungarian Empire collapsed, and a new nation was born, the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. This new nation brought together many different ethnic groups: Serbs, Croats, Slovenes, Bosniaks, Montenegrins, Macedonians, and Albanians, with their own languages, religions, and cultures. In 1929, the country was renamed Yugoslavia, meaning Land of the South Slavs. But unity was fragile. Serbs, who had the most political power, clashed with Croats and other groups who wanted more autonomy. Nationalism was already causing cracks in the foundation. During World War II, Yugoslavia was invaded by Nazi Germany and torn apart by brutal conflicts. Croatia became a puppet state under the Ustaše, a fascist group that committed atrocities against Serbs, Jews, and Roma. Meanwhile, Serbian royalists known as the Chitniks fought for their own vision of Yugoslavia, while a communist resistance movement, the Partisans, led by Josip Broz Tito, fought to unite the country under socialism. After the war, Tito emerged victorious. In 1945, he established the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, a communist state independent from the Soviet Union. His policy of brotherhood and unity aimed to suppress nationalism and create a common Yugoslav identity. For decades, this worked, but only because of Tito's strong leadership. Tito's leadership kept Yugoslavia stable, but underneath the surface, tension still remained. One major problem was economic inequality. Slovenia and Croatia in the north were more industrialized and wealthier, while Serbia, Bosnia, and Macedonia lagged behind. Many in the north resented having to support the poorer southern republics. Then, in 1980, Tito died. With no strong leader to hold the country together, nationalism began to rise again. Each republic started demanding more autonomy, and ethnic tensions that had been suppressed for decades started resurfacing. By the late 1980s, communism was collapsing across Eastern Europe. In Yugoslavia, nationalist politicians took advantage of the growing unrest. The most powerful of them was Slobodan Milosevic, who pushed for greater Serbian dominance within Yugoslavia. This angered Croatia and Slovenia, who wanted independence. In 1991, Slovenia and Croatia declared independence. The Yugoslav army, which was controlled by Serbia, tried to stop them. While Slovenia's war lasted only 10 days, Croatia's war turned into a bloody conflict, with heavy fighting between Croats and Serbs. But the worst was yet to come. In 1992, Bosnia and Herzegovina declared independence. Since Bosnia had a mix of Bosniaks, Serbs, and Croats, the war became even more brutal. Ethnic cleansing, massacres like Srebrenica, and the siege of Sarajevo turned Bosnia into the most violent battleground of the Yugoslav wars. By 1995, Yugoslavia was gone. Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, and Macedonia had all become independent nations. Serbia and Montenegro remained together as a smaller Yugoslavia until 2006, when they too separated. So, why did Yugoslavia fail? The answer lies in a combination of different factors: rising nationalism, economic struggles, and the lack of a strong, unifying leader after Tito's death. The ethnic tensions that had been suppressed for decades finally exploded into war. Without strong institutions to hold the republics together, separation became inevitable. Today, the Balkans remain divided, but the legacy of Yugoslavia still lingers in language, culture, and memories. The story of Yugoslavia is a reminder of just how fragile unity can be in a diverse nation. If history teaches us anything, it's that nations must find a way to balance cultural differences with shared identity. Thank you for watching.